Hey Bahavio, what's on your face, bro?
Beautifulness.
Guys, if I told you I was making, thank you. If I told you I was making a Gibbons documentary, what direction do you think the documentary should take? I'm gonna act one at a time. All right.
I'd start from the left and then move to the right. I think the theme of it should be how this year is feeding your nose. You know, day by day it's ending, but we enjoy every single day so much. I'm already depressed. That it's just like it's inevitable. It's getting inevitable. Like all movies.
Sad. What do you think the direction of this documentary should be?
The environment of Gibbons.
You know, I say it takes the direction of me when I take my exams. You just show up and see what happens.
Hey.
Start from the left and stuff, right before behind us. Wow.
Follow your heart.
I think the film should go up and down like an elevator at 4 o'clock in the morning. You get it behind.
Yeah. It should focus on how really ridiculous we are on
The best direction. The one directed by Gabe Agudo.
What direction should the Gibbons documentary take?
Oh God.
Gibbons documentary.
I have so many things to add to this.
Bro. Do you know how much Daniel fucking farts in this room?
I mean, we know the
It
centerpiece
is
is
bananas.
Right? It's gotta be Benjamin Borenstein, correct?
Correct.
Well, there's so many characters. He's just one of many.
I think it should be completely scripted. And we should have a fight to the death.
Gibbons break. But I kind of like the office concept where you're not really like planning anything. It's just kind of like life as general, and there's enough entertaining shit that happens here.
Okay, you need someone who is like oblivious as Michael Scott.
We have Michael Borenstein.
Yeet!
Feel better, dude.
That's obviously he's dead.
When you say that, is that how you really feel? When I do that, is that what you really mean? When I say that, will you come home? When I do that, will you come home?
I paid for a Day of the Dead cut.
Alright, you'll get it tomorrow, bitch.
You're gonna treat me like that, little Barbie Ken-ass boy?
Get back in the obvious, right?
Check out the Declaration of Who Gives a Fuck. Plant in the UVA community garden. You literally just have to blow a dandelion over there. Nominate someone for a class award. That's easy as fuck. Get spooked. Oh yeah, that's not happening. Support the 4th year 5K, not happening. Attend a dance showcase. Who gives a fuck? God damn it, my arms aren't long enough.
was like walking to the stage.
The
And I
stage?
was like, the stage. You know, like Gibbons.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, what's basketball again? B-ball swish
B-ball,
show?
swish, buckets, Joey, Bahama, McNuggets, buckets. Anyway, so I'm walking to the stage, and I'm rolling up, because it's like, I'm like group 2 out of 10, back in the day when they had 10 groups and not 8. And I'm like feeling good about myself, because I'm like group 2, you bitch. And I'm like walking there after a snowstorm, and I'm like, damn, the Wartland and 14th Street sign is like fucking collapsed like me on a Thursday afternoon. So I'm like, okay, if I see a street sign that's down on the ground, you gotta do something about it. You can't just walk by a street sign and not do something about it. So I was like, listen, I told myself, listen, D-Hobbs, we're living on Portland. Next year, we don't know where we're gonna be living. So if there's a fallen street sign and one of those intersection street signs says WORT, L-A-N-D, that means, yo, that is the universe slapping you in the crotch saying, pick me up. Because there's a street sign and it's fallen over, so it's just asking me to take me home. So I'm with my boy Selwyn, and I'm like, yo, listen, if we're gonna take a street sign, like, this is it. I was like, I need a Wurtland sign. She's like, all right, what do you want to do about it? And I was like, well, we can't really just unscrew the street sign because it's a very busy intersection. So he's like, okay, what do you want to do? I was like, listen, Selwyn, what I want to do is I want to take this whole pole back to my apartment. And he's like, okay, let's do it. So me, and this guy's like twice my size, so I'm like, okay, like, he's going to help me carry the street sign with the pole. So we take the entire goddamn pole, like, imagine like 20 feet of metal, like, other than this big. Imagine 20 feet of metal with 2 street signs, and I'm just carrying it like a block back to my apartment. And we like get it back there, we leave it in my apartment, and I'm like, Selwyn, we're gonna be late for the basketball game, so like, let's just go to the basketball game and we'll figure this shit out later. So we bring it back to my apartment, we go to the basketball game, the Wahoos get a dub city, because that's what we do, you bitch. And then we come back, and I'm like, oh shit, we still have the street sign. So we go at it, I bring out the toolkit, I call the toolkit Mr. Tyler the toolkit, because the toolkit is a person of its own, so you gotta give it a name, so it's Tyler. Anyway, so I bring out the toolkit, and I'm like, yo, Winnie the Bish, we're gonna unscrew the street sign. So we unscrew it. And there was a girl with us, I don't know, like, where she came from, but she was like, I want the 14th Street sign. I was like, that's fine. You know what, you're an amateur, you take the 14th Street sign, I just want Wurtland because Wurtland's much better. So we unscrew the signs, she takes 14th, I take Wurtland, and I'm feeling like I'm the shit at this point because I'm like, I fucking have a Wurtland sign. So then, now we're just left with this empty, like, 20 feet of metal, other than this dick. And we're like, what do we do with this? Like, I can't just leave it in my apartment. So me and Winnie the Bish were like, okay, we're gonna return this pole because we're honorable gentlemen of the UV of A. So we take the pole back to the intersection and plant it, except for it doesn't have the street sign that's attached. So it's literally just a street sign with no actual signs. And I'm like, bruh, I'm gonna tell the story for years to come. And now I have the Wurtland sign. Funny story. The year was 2016, the month was probably November. So I'm talking about next month, or last month. It was like 3 weeks ago. I had to call the cops for an incident, right? And I'm like talking to them about this incident that I'm not going to go into the deets of. But anyway, at the end of the conversation, I'm like, we're like done with this conversation. And there's a male cop and there's a female cop. The female cop's a dime, by the way. Anyway, the male cop's
Was
like,
she D's though?
oh, she was fucking rich Dazzo D's. Dazzo D's. I'm just gonna, that's his term. That's his term. So I just want to cite my source.
Shorty stupid dick.
But the male cop's like, listen, I'm glad we got this squared away, but I've got one more question for you. I was like, okay, what's that? And he points to the Wurtland sign, and I was like, oh shit, like, my shits for the next, like, 2.5 weeks just, like, fell out of my pants. So I'm like, oh, fuck, like, I'm gonna lose the sign. And this guy's like, you see that sign? And I was like, yeah, no shit, like, I put up this sign, so of course I see it. He's like, explain to me how you got this. And I'm like, oh no, like I am literally like so attached to the sign, like this guy's gonna make me give it back. So anyway, I'm like, I'm like thinking about, okay, like should I lie to him or should I not lie to him? And ultimately I was like, listen, Popo. Last year I lived on Wordland. It was a fucking blast. And towards the end of my year, I saw this sign that was knocked over by this blizz of a blizz. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the sign. And I brought it back with me, and now I hung it up in my first year dorm because I heart my boys. And I was like, I am so attached to the sign, but I understand that what I did was wrong. So if you need to take this away from me, like do it, but understand that it's like my child. I didn't say that, but I said like, I'm really attached to this thing. And he was like, you know what? And at this point I was like, fuck, like there goes the sign, like hallelujah, Jeff Buckley, like fucking, it's gone. And this guy's like, you know what? Because you're an RA, I'm gonna let you hold on to it. As long as you promise me that you're not gonna steal any more signs. And I was like, listen, Popo, I really appreciate that, and I fucking love you for letting me keep the sign, but I can't promise you that it's gonna be the last sign I take. Because I'm after that goddamn honor sign that says, on my honor, I have neither given nor received any aid on this assignment.
Oh.
That's the one I want next. So I wasn't gonna lie to the guy, you know? Like, I was like, I didn't say that. But I was like, I'm not, like, this is the story. Like, I'm really appreciate you letting me keep my sign. And, like, have a great night.